Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Missouri Tigers, taking on another team from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. And coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Mississippi State's offense will get first crack at it today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We just need to see what they do today.
Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. Mississippi State going up tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They want to get this defense on its heels. They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. Rush will get to him at the 25.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Looking to throw, it's Coleman Hope. Get it out on the screen. He's stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be fourth. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Catches it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So Missouri's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for a Missouri first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Under fire. They get to him as he throws. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt.
He's looking deep. Hits him in inside the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To the air, it's Coleman Hope. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This time he's got his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Going to swing it on second down. That's caught. It's Milner. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pick off! What a play by this defense. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy...
Wide open spaces. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Back to pass, it's Coleman Hope. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass on second down. The short hands, it's Wilson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Mississippi State right back to the line. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Blackburn. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Give to the running back. Just ran him over. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Here's a hit. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, hitting them deep in their own territory. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Looking for space, it's Baxter. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their response.
Going for the big play. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. On the run, still looking. Rolling right and going deep.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. 1st half, they felt like 4th and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the 1st quarter will end. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's got it, first down and more. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
So now it's second and long. They'll leave it with him. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. And the Tigers get enough for the first down.
I love the aggressive nature on offense here. You're winning this game. A lot of coaches would choose to punt on that fourth down and just go play defense and try to ice this thing, but not them. They're going to try to leave their offense out there. That's the third fourth down they've been able to convert.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Second and goal, the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a third down and goal situation.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground, and you're right, Reese. Fourth.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by 7 over the Judicials. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh. That I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking for a man, it's Croman Hope. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. He'll pull it on the read. The Bulldogs will have a first down. Offense, quick tempo.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, Get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Mississippi State going up-tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Offense gets set for second down. He'll do it himself. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to pass. It's Croman Hope. Works the middle of the field. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Bring in the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Catches it at the 15. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Going right to work up top. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it on the left. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Catch in the middle, it's Milner. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. The Bulldogs in the hurry up. To the air on 1st down. had the completion, just missed it.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Now the play fake. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Looking to throw. Trying to pull his way in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri!
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Blunt. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to... And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Handoff from the gun. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. To throw, it's Croman Hope. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the... play at the right time.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man in the middle. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Mississippi State right back to the line. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Shoots it to the left. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. And made sure that one fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. Good timing on the quick out. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. Backed up now, here's second and long. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll open the second half on the ground. Hines is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
And the Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Oh, what a cut! Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, in a short yardage situation, they pull off an explosive play. And how about the blocking up front? Everybody getting a big-time push.
Yeah, and in those 3rd and shorts, defense plays aggressive, loads the box. One guy misses, and it ends up being a big gain. Nice play by this offense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Terry. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Let's go! Gets it out quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Leaves it with the back. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had 0 problem putting up points. Not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs.
There he goes! They finally wrestle down the senior, but not... He picks up some value. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here we go. Motion from the wideout. This quarterback part of their running game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Give to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
He's taking the shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was... They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.